Good evening and welcome to your class of marketing and commerce management. The topic we will be covering today, the name is the manager as change agent. Okay, it's written like this: the manager. The manager as change agent. Okay, the manager as change agent. Okay. Manager as change agent. Okay, and of course, this means manager is the person that normally is on charge of changing things within the company. Okay? And it's the person that has the power and the abilities to change things within any company. Okay, that's the job of the manager. Okay, to change things. Okay, that's the topic for today. And for that instance, we're going to have a look first to one matrix. Okay, the first matrix we're going to be studying this afternoon, this evening. The name is the information versus real action, like this. Information versus leader action matrix. Okay, and as we do every time, the first thing we do in every matrix is to draw the axis. Okay, then first we draw the vertical axis like this, vertical or y-axis, and then the horizontal or x-axis like this. And as we do every time, we divide in half both axes like this. Middle point here and also middle point here. Okay. First of all, let's define which variable is measured in each axis. Okay. The horizontal or x-axis is going to measure the variable information. Okay. Information. Okay. And the vertical or y-axis is going to be measuring the act variable. Okay. Let's use another color for the act variable. Make it greenish. Okay. This first half in the y-axis is going to be called not enough. Okay, not enough. Not enough. Okay. Not enough what? Of course, information. Okay. And from this point and on is going to be enough. Okay, enough information. Okay, and for the add variable, we're going to have also two values. The first one is not willing to here from the beginning until here is not willing to And from here until the end is going to be willing to. Okay. Okay. Let's draw the lines. So we have the four quadrants, and as we have in almost every matrix we study this subject. Okay. So let me erase the word matrix here. Okay. And as we do every time, let's write first the description of the quadrant, and then we find the name. Okay. So these two quadrants here, talking about the variable act, are going to be willing to act and also willing to act. Okay. So there is willing to act.
Usually, what is the meaning of willing?
Sorry?
What is the meaning of willing?
Willing, you have the intention to do something. You want to do something. The will, the intention. You want to do that thing. Okay. Willing to act is you want to do that. Okay. So these two quadrants here, these two are willing to act and also willing to act. Okay. And for these two, the bottom of the matrix is going to be, of course, not willing to act for those two. Not willing to act. Like this. And here as well, not willing to act. Okay. And now checking about the variable information. These two quadrants here are going to be for not enough information here and here. Not enough information. And also here, not enough information. Okay. And for these two, on the right side of the matrix is going to be enough information and also enough information. Enough information and here as well enough information. Okay, and let's draw as well the plus sign like this. Plus, because the two things are interacting in the in each quadrant. Okay, so for this one, willing to act, okay, but not having enough information, that is called a dangerous action. Okay, dangerous action. Okay, you don't have information as a manager, of course. You don't have information, but you will to act. That is dangerous. Okay, because maybe you're going to be committing mistakes because you don't have the information. Okay, so dangerous. Okay. In these two cases, it's right to do. It's right to follow this action and this one. Those two are right. Okay. When you have the information and will to act, that is correct. And the name of the quadrant is act. Okay. Act. Because you have the information and also the will to act. Okay. So the recommendation is to act. Okay. Act. Okay. The case here is dangerous, so you have to proceed with the action. So this one is going to run. It's going to be run to do this. Okay, dangerous. Okay, in this case, you don't have the information, and also you don't have the willing to act. So that quadrant is also right. Okay, because you're not going to act because you don't have the information, and the name is called don't act. Don't act. And that action is also correct. Because you shouldn't act if you don't have information. Okay? These two are correct ways to proceed. Okay? And this one here is the case in which you have the information, but somehow you don't want to act. Okay? As you can see, I am using again the colors for the traffic light. Okay, so red is used for wrong, and green for correct or correct. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to be using orange because it's in the middle. It's a traffic light in the middle. Okay, that one is called may act because the person, the manager, can act or not. Here is called may act. It's not right and it's not wrong. Okay, it's in the middle. Okay, in that case, the person, the manager, has the information but not the will to act. Maybe it's waiting for something to happen. Okay, so it's on hold. Okay, it's like the traffic light, yellow or orange light. Okay, you're waiting for something. Okay, it's not dangerous, it's not right, but you're waiting for something. Let's write that here. The manager is waiting for something to happen. Something to happen. Okay, the action is on hold. Okay, you can call it as well on hold. Waiting for something to happen. Okay, so when we compare these two variables, information and willing to act, we have as a result those four outcomes. Okay, dangerous, action, act, don't act, or wait. Okay, and act later. Clear? Okay, so first matrix for today is that one. Let's have a look to the second matrix for today. The name of the matrix, the second one, is organizational change matrix. Let me write it for you. Organizational change matrix. Okay, and as we do every time, every matrix, we first draw the axis. Okay, so first y-axis and then x-axis, like we do every time. But in this case, we're going to draw like boxes, okay? Like we do like months ago with the organic matrix, remember? Boxes. I'll show you how. Those are, well, not boxes, but lines, okay? We're going to have one division here, here, one. Those are four. Let me do those smaller. Need to divide both axes into four spaces, four equal spaces. Yes. And here also four different spaces. Okay, and the variable we're going to be measuring in the x axis or horizontal axis is going to be called return. Okay, return. Okay. And the variable we're going to be measuring on the y or vertical axis is called risk. Okay. Risk and return. Okay. And those two variables grow at the same time in this matrix. Okay. So the thing we do is we draw like the part of like this. Let me show you. Like this. Okay, and then like this, because both variables grow at the same time. So these spaces are going to receive different names. We're going to see later. Okay, so try to draw the part of a circle like this, putting together these two parts of the axis. And the last one is going to be like this. Okay. Okay. As I said before, every space here, 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces, they're going to receive different names. Okay. Let's use first to put here numbers, and then we put that side the convention for every space. So this one's going to be number 1. Here, number 2, number 3, and okay. So the number 1 is going to be called automation. Okay. Automation is when you replace people with machines. Okay, is that clear? You replace people with machines. Let's try that. Replacing people with machines. That is called automation. Okay, and that is not so risky let's write the levels. I forgot to write the levels here. Here is low, of course, low. The value that takes the variable. So this axis is going to be first here. Let's use the first, the same color. Going to be low. Here. Then medium low. Medium low. Medium high and high. Medium high and high. Right, forgot that. And for this one, for risk, it's going to be the same. First, here is going to be low, then medium low, medium high, and high. Okay. As you can tell, the higher the risk is higher, of course, as well the return. Okay. So for automation, the risk is low, but also the return is low. Okay. When you change from people to machines, you're risking not that much, but you neither receive a bigger return. Okay. So it's low for both. Low risk and low return automation. It's replacing people with machines. Okay, the second level is going to be called rationalization. Okay, so long word, rationalization. Rationalization. And so rationalization means the good use of resources. Good and efficient. Good and efficient use of resources. Okay, that is more risky than automation, but also gives a bigger return. Okay, the personalization is the good use, good or better. Let's change good for better. Better use of resources. Better and efficient use of resources. Better and efficient use of resources. Okay, the third, number 3 there is going to be called re-engineering. Re-engineering. Okay. This one is more risky, as you can tell. It's medium high risky. The re-engineering is a process in which you redefine completely some processes within the company. Redefine completely some processes. Okay. Completely some processes. Okay, so in this one, you're going to be changing completely some processes. Okay, changing process or main processes. That is risky. Okay, but also represents a bigger return, a little higher return within the change of the company. Okay, and the fourth stage, or the number 4, is going to be called the change of paradigms. Change of paradigms. Okay. Change of paradigms. Okay. A paradigm is what defines a company. Okay. When you change the paradigm of the company, you're going to change the essence. Okay. Already changing the mission of the company. It's a big change. So it's really risky. Okay. But if you do it right, you're going to receive a higher return. Okay. So it's changing the essence of the company. The essence, or maybe changing the mission of the company. And the joke, or you laughing? No. You can say it in Spanish if you want. No. The change of the paradigms is changing the essence of the company. Okay? The essence. Okay? Maybe the mission. Okay? In other words, redefining the objectives of the company, basically. This one, the last one, is going to be redefining the objectives of the company. Okay, so as you can see, from 1 to 4, first one is like a small change within the company. You're just changing the way you operate with people or machines, okay, or replacing some employees with machines. It's not that big deal, okay. The second one is going to be using resources better. It's a little bit bigger in risk and in return. The third one is changing some processes, okay, replacing processes or redefining processes. But the last one is changing the whole idea of the company. It's very risky, but like I said before, if you do it right, it's going to get you a really big return. Okay. Those are the 4 stages in change within a company. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take the picture of those 2 matrices. You can do it as well if you want. After that, we're going to study the last matrix for today. Okay, can you erase this one? Yes. Okay. Well, the last one is not a matrix. It's more like a list of characteristics of changing within a company. Okay. There are 7 factors, 7 characteristics when a manager wants to make a big change within a company. Okay. We're going to have a look at those 7 characteristics. So the title for this last part of the class is going to be 7 challenges of change. Okay, the 7 challenges of change. and challenges on change. Okay, and the first one, the first challenge a manager faces when trying to do changes within the company is going to be activating awareness. Okay? Activating awareness. Okay, that means make every person within the company, I mean the employees, aware of the willing of change that the manager has. Okay, and that is make everyone aware of the change. Aware of the will of change. And tell everyone, inform everyone about the changes that the management is planning to do. Okay, so make everyone aware of that. The second challenge is called engaging change leaders. Okay? Engaging change leaders. Change leaders. Okay, that means engage, okay, the empowered bosses. Engage the empowered bosses. Within the change. Or within with the change. With the change planned. Okay, so from the management, from the high direction, make sure that the bosses, the empowered bosses, those are section and area bosses, they actually understand the changes the direction is proposing. Okay, they are aware of that and they understand and are engaged with those changes. Okay, the third challenge is called creating a sharing possibilities. Create. Okay. Sharing possibilities. Okay, that means creating channels to communicate the change. Okay, creating channels. Channels within the company. Channels to communicate the change. And the fourth challenge is stepping into a new shared vision. Stepping into a new shared vision. into a new shared vision. Okay, that means make everyone else within the company to see the way the manager sees the changes that are going to be applied. Okay, so everyone step into the new vision. Stepping, like hopping on board with the change. Okay, stepping into the change. Everyone, all the people, we need all the people within the company to step, okay, inside the change, steady, to hop on board. Hop on board. Okay, could be another expression, stepping or hop on board, okay, into the new shared vision or the change. Okay. Or the change. Okay, make all the employees to share the vision or at least understand the vision, okay, of the change that is being proposed. The fifth is going to be empowering, okay, really important. Fifth challenge is to empower. It's called empowering. Okay, empowering. And the meaning of empowering is giving power of decision to employees. Giving power of decision and also action. To whom? To employees. Okay. Giving power of decision and action. And action. And action to employees. Okay, empower. The sixth challenge is called integration. Integration. Okay. And that is putting together areas as a system. Okay. Putting together together. No. Let me write that in order together. Together, like now, I believe there is an H there as well. Can someone tag the word together? The short ones. I believe there's an H right here. Okay. Like this, correct?
Yes.
Okay, putting together areas of the company as a system. Okay, and the seventh and last one challenge that the management faces when trying to make a change within a company is going to be called make it sustainable. Okay, make it sustainable. Okay. And that means make the change to keep going. Okay. Make the change to keep going. Keep going. Okay, so those are the 7 challenges that a manager faces when trying to do big changes within a company. Okay, 4 challenges. Okay, and it's the last theoric part of the class for today. Okay, so the 3 matrices and the 2 matrices and these 7 steps or challenges are going to be the theory for today. Okay. You guys already have all this information in your Moodle page. You can check that from there and study. Okay. I'm going to finish the recording right now. Okay. So we're going to start talking about the worksheet you guys are going to be doing today.